So you're stuck in a lease and you want to get out of it for a Tesla Model 3? Well, stay tuned. I'll show you how to get out of your lease. All right, guys. So the topic of today is how can I get out of a lease and buy a Tesla Model 3 in 2021? Well, the answer is pretty simple. And the answer is that the demand for used vehicles today in our economy is extremely inflated. If you look at a Tesla Model 3 or any other Tesla on their website used, you're going to see that the price of that used Tesla is a lot more than a brand new one. If you try to even look at their existing inventory, meaning they have brand new vehicles on their lots, you're going to find very few and far between. It's most likely going to be 0 vehicles available on their lots. And the reason for that is now that COVID is sort of evaporating, if you will, from the US, a lot of people are getting back to driving, they're getting back to work, so they need the demand for the vehicles is going up. So with the demand going up, the supply is going down, so they're increasing the price of their vehicles. Now, that's actually good for you if you have a lease, and let me explain why. So I had a 2019 Jeep Compass, and I got it back in 2019. So my lease was due to end in July of 2022, which is a year from now. And I got an email, which I'll show you guys, from my dealer saying, hey, it's a great time for us to buy back the vehicle. Why don't you come in and we'll appraise your vehicle? So that's what I did. I emailed the guy back. I said, hey, I'd love to get out of my lease for free. Hey, if you're not going to charge me anything, then let's go for it. So that's what I did. I brought my car into the dealership. They did an appraisal and they were like, you know what? Everything looks good. Your miles are low. Meaning that, and keep this in mind, if you have 10,000 or 12,000 miles per year on your vehicle, make sure that you're actually keeping to it. Make sure that if you're attempting to bring your car in, that you are within that mile range of 10 to 12,000 miles, or that you're under it. So that, because when a dealership wants to buy a gas car back, they want to make sure that you are under those miles. They don't want a car that's been overused because they can't make any money on it. Now, I was lucky enough where the dealer got back to me via email and said, hey, let's appraise your car. Let's see if we can get you a deal on it. And it worked out for me. They just bought the car right there, and I didn't have to deal with the lease anymore. I signed a documentation. I was out of there in 30 minutes, the complete opposite of when you're trying to buy a vehicle. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have to get out of or that you can't get out of your lease without having the dealer reach out to you. You can reach out to the dealer, give them a call or email them and be like, hey, would you potentially want to do a lease buyout? So that's the term you have to use. You'd reach out and say, hey, do you want to do a lease buyout on my vehicle? I know the demand for cars in 2021 is going up. So is there anything you can do to appraise it? And see what they say. If they email you back, bring the car and let them do an appraisal and then get that Tesla Model 3. That's exactly what I did. And it's definitely possible. So I actually called the dealership months before they sent me an email to bring in my car to get appraised because they wanted to resell it. So of course, when the time was better for them, which was a month ago in June of 2021, they said, bring in your car, we'll take a look at it. But when I asked them in March, they were like, no, we're not going to buy it from you. There's no point because they wouldn't make a sale on it. So now is a great time to get into it. And if you're looking to buy a Tesla, please, by all means, if you're in a lease, you could definitely get out of it. Just reach out to your existing dealer. Let's talk about why you should buy a Tesla and not lease it. So you should buy a Tesla because Tesla, in my opinion, and if you look online, this is actually true, they're appreciating assets, meaning that they gain value or retain the same value over time because they're electric. And because they're electric, they don't have an engine. There's less things that mechanically can break down with a Tesla. And with that, say the battery degrades and over time it's no longer able to hold a charge well, what you can do is just replace that battery. It's simple. The outside of the vehicle and all the hardware is still intact. I mean, you might have to get new tires and things like that, but you're not paying for mechanical issues. And in addition to that, Tesla's always pushing updates to its software. So similar to your iPhone, or if you have an Android, they're pushing updates to the Tesla software over time. So they're actually keeping the same software as brand new vehicles. So in 2022, 2023, 2024, you're going to get the same software in your car, whether you have a 2011 Tesla or 2012 or the brand new one in 2021. So if you finance it, or by financing we mean you want to own it over time, or if you have cash, by all means, throw down the cash for it. That's an investment and it's an appreciating value. Similar to when you buy a house. You buy a house, why? Because over time, you hope that house is going to cost more in the future. With gas cars, unfortunately, they are depreciating assets, meaning that they lose value over time. That's why I think you should lease a gas car, because why would you want to own a vehicle that after 9, 10, 11 years, it's not going to be worth anything that you paid for? So if you lease it, you just give it back after 3 years, you get a brand new car, and you keep that cycle going. And that's great. I think you should do that for gas cars, but with a Tesla, definitely look to own it. All right, guys, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any comments, questions, you like this video, please like it, please subscribe. If you want to see some new content or things that I'm not providing, please let me know. I've stated this in my last couple videos, but I'm going to be posting tons more content. And when I get my Tesla around end of August, early September of this year, 2021, I'm gonna post the delivery, going through the checklist, getting the car, that whole process. So please stay tuned, subscribe if you wanna see those videos. I'll talk to you guys soon.